Hey, this is Sundar I from C4E Tech, and you're watching the 10th episode of Ash Answers.
So Ash Answers is the show where we answer your questions that you tweet out to us with the hashtag Ash Answers. So that's it. Let's get to the first question. I've got the questions loaded up on my Redmi 3S. That's the phone I'm currently testing. So anyway, first question on the list. Can we expect a video on top 5 headphones, earphones this month?
Yep, actually, I'm currently working on a few other videos, so maybe by the end of this month or the beginning of next month.
Yeah, so he expressed interest in wanting to do it. So yeah, you guys will get that most probably. Any two games for which you've become so addicted and can't uninstall from your phone anymore? Mine would be I was kind of into Crossy Road for a while, but then it's not uninstall because it's just the games that I reinstall on every phone I test. Not been playing Crossy Road much, but then the ones that have lasted the longest on my phones would be 8 Ball Pool and Sudoku.
For me, right now it's Mini Militia, of course, and I was into Fruit Ninja for a while, a few years back, and Piano Tiles. Yep, that's it.
Cool. Okay, how is the Bose QC35? You were playing around with it a little while back. What were your thoughts?
I was hardly using it for 5 minutes.
So what are your
Initial
initial?
impressions? Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
Excellent noise cancellation.
Yeah, so for me, it was basically, the last time I bought something that was for myself and not for a review purpose or whatever, was the NVIDIA Shield console. So that was like almost 8 months back. So I was thinking, let me get something. And a friend of mine, Anuj, kept talking about Bose products. I was never a fan of Bose. So always felt they were too overpriced, and they actually are a little bit on the pricier side of things. But then I thought, let me give this a shot, and I got it. And then I didn't even know that you could make calls via the QC35, and then I actually figured out you can. And the the mic pickup was really good, so I use it for calls now. And I was talking to Ranjit, and he actually liked it a lot, and he ended up buying it. So anyway, in a nutshell, the quality is awesome, the battery life is very good, and the interface, the way it pairs with phones and stuff, much better than any other Bluetooth earphones that I've used.
It's basically the QC25 with Bluetooth connectivity feature.
Yeah, I haven't used the 25, so I know. Whatever. Uh, do you imagine if I would have started C4E Tech now, it would have been like this, that? When you started YouTubing, you didn't know that you can make money by YouTubing. How different would have you started now knowing that you can earn money by YouTubing? So for me, I first uploaded a few videos, and then for about 9 months I did nothing, and then I again started doing it. So I did know that we can monetize by the time I started. So though it wasn't a major thing at that point of time, but as months went by, even within a couple of months, I felt like that could be a viable option, at least for the short term. So long story short, I really wouldn't do anything different. The mistakes I've made, I've learned from it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm happy with all the good choices I've made. I'm happy with all the bad choices I've made.
Yeah, it's never been about the money for him, to me, I've been with him for a while now, and it's always about how passionate he was. Like, it's always about being how passionate and what.
Nothing. I am not doing anything.
So yeah, it's his passion. He's he was as passionate as he is right now.
Yeah. So, okay. Does the Lumax 2 also have display issues, and what are your daily drivers? The Lumax 2 actually has the creaking issue. The 4 GB RAM variant does, the one I got from Leico, India. The one I imported myself, 4 GB, did not have it, and the 6 GB RAM version doesn't. So it seems to be quality control, but I don't want to talk about it because Leico's gonna say they put a gasket in and that is intentional, and it is a feature, and that is how all displays needs to be, and that is how they are providing great value to people, and that is why they are able to do a service to the industry, and they are so damn good, and there is no hashtag love fail, and it's just that they are trying to do something innovative, amazing, just for the Indian community, just to make sure that people love their products. That is the only reason why they've placed a casket in, and we are just saying something for the heck of it. I don't know, maybe to get followers, maybe to get people talking about it, maybe people need to be happy
Let's get to the
saying
point.
stuff.
Daily drivers.
Okay, daily drivers. I don't have a daily driver because, again, the phones that I'm testing, I want my primary SIM in them. I want it to be a phone that I'm genuinely using. So I don't want to pop my secondary SIM in and say, yeah, the battery life is good or whatever, because unless and until I use it as my primary phone, I can't really expect you to use it as a primary phone. So that's what I want to do. So I don't have a specific daily driver. It's just whatever phone I'm currently testing, and that is the Redmi 3S right now.
Note 4.
Note 4.
A broken Note 4.
He broke the glass. He bought it from me, and then he broke the display again.
Bad luck.
If you say so. Which is better, Periscope or Facebook Live or YouTube Live?
Whichever gets us more viewership.
Facebook is evil. I don't like Facebook. I still am on Facebook. I still have a Facebook page, of course. I'm not saying, it is a necessary evil for us from a business perspective. But I do not like Facebook video. I don't like how Facebook works. I don't like free basics. I just don't like the way the company is going. And Facebook, as far as videos go, it's all a lot of stuff ripped off from hardworking YouTubers and re-uploaded, and Facebook doesn't seem to give a damn. And so as far as I can avoid it, I avoid even watching videos on Facebook. So I don't like Facebook. So let's take that out of the equation. Periscope versus YouTube Live. I like Periscope because it's, YouTube for me personally is a little bit more professional. It's, again, there's a bar or whatever, but Periscope, it's like people subscribe to me. Of those people who are following me on Twitter, of those, there are only very few who follow me on Periscope. So that's like people who are really close to me, as in like who like my content enough to follow me like past two different levels of stuff. So I'm more comfortable talking to people on Periscope. So it's like
You can be casual,
exactly. So I'm like
On YouTube,
vaping.
he always prefers to be professional. He can't be using colloquial language, and can't be casual.
Not the language part of it is the same. It's just, I swear on Periscope. I don't want to swear on YouTube. I don't know why. There's no specific reason. I wouldn't tell you this if I didn't want you to know. But then, yeah, Periscope is just a little, it's more of a friendly environment. Not to say YouTube isn't. It's just YouTube, I want to talk about phones. Periscope, I talk about myself. That's the difference here, if I were to sum it up. Or what is that? Long story short. And that's the theme for today. Nexus 6P at 25, OnePlus 3 at 28. What's your pick?
Okay, depends on how long you're planning to use it. If maybe you're gonna use it for a year, then Nexus 6P should be fine, because it's still a pretty solid device. And if you are okay with, if you're not okay with spending an extra 3K, then Nexus 6P should do. Otherwise, if budget is not your concern, then go with the OnePlus 3.
See, I haven't used a Nexus 6P till now, barring a little bit of time I got to spend with it at the launch event. But I've heard a lot from Ranjit, given that it's one of his favorite phones. So the 6P is more stock Android, of course. It is a Nexus. The OnePlus 3 is definitely the more powerful phone, but the 6P might have a better battery life, if I can recall correctly. And the camera, it does edge out the OnePlus 3. So if you don't really want the top flagship chip, and you're okay with something that runs great today and will for the next couple of years at least, then get the 6P if that $3,000 makes that much of a difference to you. But if it were me personally, I'd pick up the OnePlus 3 today just because it's got better specs underneath, and it's just $3,000 when you're looking between 25 and 28 and you want to use the phone for a couple of years, my suggestion would be the OnePlus 3, but I wouldn't hold it against you if you picked up a 6P either. So
OnePlus is being really good with respect to updates too, software updates. So it only gets better from now.
yeah. Please tell me, is it safe to buy mobiles from eBay because it's very cheap on it?
Okay, it's one thing I want to tell you is it's always safe to buy from eBay because you have something called as eBay guarantee. If something goes wrong, if there is a defect in the product you get, you can always claim through eBay guarantee, and you'll get the refund like within a week or so. Next, yes, it'll be cheap because they're all imported phones.
Not
You
all.
won't get, okay, not all, maybe
The cheaper ones
yeah,
are,
the
yeah.
cheaper ones. So you won't get warranty, you won't get manufacturer warranty. But some sellers claim that they'll give you seller warranty. What?
Okay, that's bullshit and everybody knows it.
Yeah, that's actually bullshit. Okay, so once they get the payment, they really won't give a damn about you.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't really believe the term. There is no such term at all. Seller warranty. No, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, so basically what it's trying to say is, see, eBay is as safe as your intelligence. Just anything that's too good to be true is probably too good to be true. If you see an iPhone 6s selling for 10,000 bucks, do not buy it. So use your common sense. First thing, check out the seller ratings. Okay. Secondly, read what, I mean, this isn't predominant on ebay.in, but it is predominant on ebay.com where people run scams like, you see they'll have 300 positives, like the seller rating would be 300, but when you look at it, they'll have a lot of small items like cases and whatever, and they'd suddenly be selling SSDs or 50,000 bucks smartphones. So just make sure you check out their feedback and see how it is. If they've
And
been
it may
selling,
also be buyer feedback. So make sure it's a seller feedback.
yeah. So check out for the seller feedback. So once both of that is done, and of course warranty is going to be an issue. Seller warranty, like you said, does not exist. It's just once your money's gone to the seller via PayPal or PaisaPay, they don't really care. You can't. They're not held responsible. There might be one or two out there who might still help you out, but predominantly it doesn't work that way. So yeah, as far as eBay goes, the regular stuff, it's very easy to deal with. The guarantee, eBay guarantee works. But if there's something out of the ordinary, dealing with eBay India customer service is the hardest thing in the freaking world. When it comes to customer service, talking to those people, you go on a wait for about 20-25 minutes, and every single time you get through to a new agent who will ask you the same crappy things over and over again. And after about 45 minutes, there's like a 50-50 chance they hang up on you. So, but to give eBay its fair due, eBay has, streamline the process so that you don't have to go to eBay customer service a lot. But in those rare instances you go, it's going to be difficult. So me personally, my advice would be all the small things, sub 10,000 buck things, buy it on eBay. Okay, always go search for coupon codes because eBay, as far as I've known, always has anywhere between 6 to 15% off at any given time. So search for it, use the codes, and it generally works out. All the cheap stuff at least work out lower than your Flipkart and Amazon prices most of the times. Are you playing Pokemon Go? If yes, how many you achieved, and what about you, Sundar?
No, I haven't started playing it yet. I mean, I've played it for quite some time on my friend's phone, and it's pretty good. But then my Note 4, it's right now is going through terrible battery life issues. So I heard that you don't even get 1 or 1.5 hours of battery life while playing Pokemon Go. So I decided not to install it on my phone.
Okay, so I've not been playing it. I like Pokemon. I do play on my 3DS. Yeah.
Ash catching Pokemons would be cool.
Yeah. So I do play it on my 3DS, but haven't gotten around to installing it on my Android phone yet. So it's one of those things, you hear people talking about it all over the place, and you don't want to like come back and do. It's just like it's being pushed so much down my face, down my throat. Like with regards to, I follow a lot of websites and channels, and like everybody's talking about it. So I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll get to it later. So that's it for today's episode of Ash Answers. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, vote it down. And for more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. If you do have any other questions, tweet it out to us with the hashtag Ash Answers.
Yeah, and this is Ash and Sundar from C4E Tech leaving for the moment. Have a nice day. Okay, when Samsung first brought the fingerprint scanner, it was really bad. I mean, I still use that thing in my Note 4.
The iPhone scanner was better, right? At that point?
Definitely. I mean, definitely it was. I mean, I still have to swipe on my home button to unlock my Note 4.
And
Definitely
you
was.
still are using a Note 4, right?
Yeah.
Not an iPhone 6 Plus.
I don't have a choice right now, so.
Okay, so moving on.
Anyway, but
Continue. I'm not saying anything.
okay. Hey, this is Sundar and Ash from C4E Tech, and you're watching the 10th episode of. Hey, this is Sundar and Ash from C4E Tech, and you're watching the 10th episode of